Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
Why are moms angels? Because they're always there through thick and thin to give you the encouragement that no one else can, to pick you up when things don't go your way, and to remind you that tomorrow's another day. Moms are our biggest cheerleaders, to let us know how much our accomplishments mean. They remind us to be humble when we win and to tell us we're the best. So here's to Mom on Mother's Day. For all you do, this Angels game is just for you.
Well, if you're going to have a Mother's Day here at the ballpark, might as well have a brunch out on the field. It is a gorgeous day for baseball. Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there. It is the rubber game of the series between the Angels and the Cleveland Indians. Hi again, everyone. Victor Rojas along with Mark Gubicza. We welcome you back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. By the way, happy Mother's Day, Gooby.
No, thank you. Appreciate it.
We got a pretty good pitching matchup this afternoon. Dan Herron is going for the Angels, facing Fausto Carmona.
Well, it's two great pitchers, both guys that can work down in the strike zone. Dan Herron's got to pick it back up. He got to get that victory back. That last time against the Tribe, a one-hit shutout, a dominating fastball, both in and out with the fastball, strikeout pitch with that split finger fastball. Slider was very good. Carmona's a guy with that power sinker. Bring him up in his zone to be successful, because both these guys should be able to pound the strike zone with some hard fastballs today.
Well, it is a perfect day for baseball. As I mentioned, there's Fausto Carmona going for the Cleveland Indians. The Angels going for the series win, and Mike Scioscia still looking for win number 1,000 in his career. Just about ready for baseball. Sit back and relax. Lineups at first pitch when we return.
by Shakey's. Win a pizza party for 10. Go to Shakey's.com. And by CarMax. Now more than ever, the smart choice is CarMax. We welcome you back here to the Big A. You see the floppy hats being given out courtesy of Aquafina. I love you, Mom, is the perfect sentiment here this afternoon. I love you, Angels would be a nice way to kind of, I guess, celebrate Mom with a victory here this afternoon.
Well, why would you not do that?
Absolutely. No pressure on the guys down in the dugout. Maniacta running out this lineup. Pretty much the same starting 6 guys in the order as we've seen the first couple of days. Sizemore, Cabrera, Chu, Santana, Hafner, and Orlando Cabrera. Little change up here on Sunday afternoon. Matt Laporta got to start Friday. He's back in there today. Austin Kearns and Adam Everett batting in the 8th and 9th spots. First action for them in this series. So no Michael Brantley and no Jack Hanahan. A couple of more right-handed batters for this guy. Dan Herron looking for win number 5. He's 4-2 with a 1.76 ERA.
Boy, the fastball has been very good for him. Not exactly 95, 96 like he did when he first came up, but sinks it at 88 to 92 range. His cut fastball has been very good. Slider, very good curveball, and that split finger fastball, that devastating swing and miss pitch.
Herron coming off a loss against the Boston Red Sox. Gave up 4 earned runs, 7 innings of work, allowing 9 hits. As we talked about in the open, back on April the 12th against the Cleveland Indians. Complete game shutout, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. His first career 1-hit game, 17th in Angels history, and his 3rd career shutout. Grady Sizemore will lead things off. Using the pink bat here on Mother's Day. The first pitch is in there for a strike. You'll see pink bats, the wristbands. You'll see the fighting necklaces and bracelets as well. All in honor of the Susan G. Komen Foundation and breast cancer awareness. Sizemore takes that pitch down and in. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Even pink spikes.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I think that's Jack Hanahan down there. See,
So he took
smart
the day
guy.
off. Yeah.
Day off, he's going to wear the pink spikes. Sizemore fouls it back over the screen. It's 1-2.
So you can just kind of cruise around all day long in the dugout with them. Keep them clean.
Sizemore last night 0 for 4. Did draw a walk, and it was a big walk. It came in the 5th inning against Jared Weaver with 2 outs, and that kind of started that rally for Cleveland. Weave walking back-to-back batters, then got into some trouble with some hits. As that pitch is up high, and it's 2-2 now. Shin-Soo Choo got a double, a single by Santana, a single by Hafner, and it was all said and done. Cleveland was up 4-2, and of course they went on to win 4-3. Jared taking his 2nd loss. 2-2 down low, full count now. And as we speculated during the game last night, Jared Weaver, a lot of off-speed pitches, changeups and curveballs. And he was quoted this morning as saying that well, he stuck to the game plan, but then when they were laying off that off-speed pitch, did not readjust. Sizemore pulls it foul. It's still 3-2.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they adjust to Dan Herron, who has that good slow curveball, slider, and split finger fastball, if they're going to go indeed lay off that pitch today too. Saw a couple pitches, split fingers, that one was high, one was down for Herron against Sizemore. He didn't swing at it.
Another payoff. Breaking ball pulled over to first. Trumbo's got it. He's sporting the pink spikes. Makes him look a lot faster too, by the way.
Extremely fast. That's why he got those 2 infield hits yesterday.
There's 1 out. Take a look at the defense. Vernon Wells in left, Peter Borges in center. Bobby Abreu gets a start in right. It's Kayaspo and Ivar on the left side. Kendrick and Trumbo on the right. Hank Conger behind the plate.
Bobby getting to start out in right field. We saw him play a game or 2 in Fenway in left field. 5th start of the year in right field. 133 career assists, which leads all outfielders as far as that outfield assist. Always had a good arm, accurate arm, not necessarily overpowering with the arm, but he got it there quickly. Good first step, release was good.
Herron falls behind here on his Drupal Cabrera, the shortstop, at 2 balls and no strikes. He had a 1 for 3 game overall. See his numbers. There's a strike. This one lifted in the air. Ibar makes the catch, 2 outs. It's pretty good production for a number 2 hitter. It is Dribble Cabrera, 5 home runs, 21 runs batted in.
A total of 11 extra base hits for him and a couple stolen bases, so he can do a lot for him. Nice job defensively also.
Made a terrific play yesterday going into the hole. To 2 outs, nobody on for Shin-Soo Choo, the right fielder. He had a 2-for-4 game, including a double. The fastball was in there for a strike. It was his 4th double of the year, now hitting .226. He'd been scuffling of late. Collecting his first 2 hits since his run-in with the law a couple of days ago, as this one's rolled foul. It's quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. Looks like we're going to have a fantastic crowd here. Early on, you had overcast skies. Not sure what's going to happen as far as the weather, but the sun comes out. Dan Herron has himself a 1-2-3 inning, putting his first strikeout. Hit to the bottom of the first. Angels coming up scoreless. One-game lead in the West. It was a 19-15 record. Have Eric Ibar leading things off at short. Bobby Abreu is in right. Meiser is here as the DH. Vernon Wells with Torrey Hunter getting the day off moves up to the cleanup spot. He's in left. Alberto Callasco at third. Howie Kendrick at second. Hank Conger behind the plate. Mark Trumbo, the first baseman, batting eighth. And Peter Borges batting ninth and patrolling center field. Taking on the fireballing sinker ball, Fausto Carmona, 3-3 mark and a 4.43 ERA, although he has thrown the ball exceptionally well the last couple times out.
Yeah, Carmona is the guy that has that power. You mentioned that power sinker, 89 to 94. Occasionally, we'll get it up to around 96. Very good slider and a solid changeup. Again, make him field his position. The guy that doesn't like to be real active as far as fielding bunts and trying to slow down the running game.
Eric Ibar to lead things off here. Had a 1-for-4 night last night, picking up his first triple of the year as he looks at a fastball for a strike. That triple extended his hitting streak to 6 games. Hitting .354. No home runs and 7 runs batted in. There's that sinker. Ibar got a piece of it. But it's no balls, 2 strikes.
It reminds you a lot of the fastball, a guy I played with who played in the major leagues a long time, Pippolito Pichardo, who could almost throw fastball after fastball because he had such heavy sink to it. You just beat that ground balls all day long, right in the ground. That fastball.
That's up and in. 1-2. Carmona, big guy coming at you from that 60 feet 6 inches perch. 27-year-old, 6'4", 230-pounder. Native of the Dominican Republic. 1-2 is looped foul. The count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Last year with Cleveland, made 33 starts with 13-14 with a .377 ERA, logging 210 plus innings. Second time in his career he had reached that mark. 200 inning plateau. Goes with the breaking ball here and misses up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
One thing he's had issues with his command of it, whether it be his slider or his changeup, throwing it for strikes. If he throws that for strikes early in the game, you're going to have a real difficult task against him.
Here's the 2-2. Ibar strikes out swinging, and there's out number 1. Let's take a look at the defense for Cleveland this afternoon. Austin Kearns gets to start at left. Sizemore's in center. Chu back at right. Adam Everett gets to start at third base. You got Asdrubal Cabrera at short. Orlando Cabrera at second. Laporta at first. Carlos Santana got to start at first base last night. Is back behind the plate.
And Adam Everett playing third base should be pretty active. Not a lot of games at third base. He was 7 in his career, but he will be active as far as getting ground balls today, especially with that sinker ball pitcher, Carmona. It's the lefties off the end of the bat or down and in against right-handed batters.
Well, Bobby steps up now with 1 out, nobody on. And he looks at his strike. Got the veteran umpire, by the way, Paul Noward, calling the balls and strikes this afternoon. Doug Eddings at first, Dana DeMuth, the crew chief, at second, and Kerwin Danley over at first. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bobby 0 for 3 last night. Did pick up a walk. His 25th of the year. It's good for third in the American League. Bobby rolls this one over to first. Laporta's got it. There are 2 outs. We'll take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
Well, in honor of LL Cool J, Mama said knock you out. For Fausto, you got to bring that fastball up in the strike zone. If you do so, you're going to be successful. Otherwise, he's going to get ground ball after ground ball. So he's given up 4 big flies, 3 against right-handed batters.
In honor of LL Cool J.
Yes.
Not Mother's Day. Just we're honoring LL.
I love the show. NCIS Los Angeles, man.
Meister takes a strike. I like it, man.
Hey, anything for you, Victor. I'm here to entertain you, man.
Well, you've gone off really just kind of out of nowhere. Used to going with 80s hair bands. Showing another side of yourself.
Just kind of expanding.
You are.
My horizon.
I'm happy for you. Baby steps.
And I knew Torrey was taking a day off today. I know he likes LL Cool J. So just in case he was hanging around in the clubhouse before getting out to the bench, pick him up.
1-1 to Meister. Takes a strike. It's 1-2. Costuris with 1 for 4 last night. 333. A couple of home runs, 11 runs batted in. Made a pretty big base running blunder in the 8th inning last night, trying to take third base. A ground ball to third. Santana made a nice sort of hand-to-hand at Costuris. Became the third out in an unconventional double play. Meister, representing the tying run, was already in scoring position. And the Angels went down quietly in the 9th. Two balls, 2 strikes. This one chopped on the ground to second. Orlando Cabrera has it. And Carmona returns the favor. A 1-2-3 inning. One in the books here at the Big A. We have no score. continuing the tradition of first pitches, celebrating the 50th anniversary. It's our pleasure to welcome back in one of the all-time great catchers in Angels history, Bengie Molina. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. It's always an honor to be here in this stadium, always.
I tell you what, you got one heck of an ovation when your name was announced before you walked out to the mound.
I don't know what I expected or anything, but it was great. It was awesome. I knew I had a lot of fans here, and forever will be, because we won the World Series here, and they knew I was part of it.
And then you also had the skip going out there and catching your first pitch. I mean, nobody else has been able to have that type of power to bring the manager out there to catch the first pitch.
That was awesome for me. I mean, he's been my inspiration ever since I got up in 2000. He told me, this is your team, and go for it. You know, we need you back there. Don't worry about the hitting so much. And ever since then, that's when my career took off.
It's great to bring the family out here, too, and having experienced that as well. I got to ask you the question that is on everybody's mind going into this year. Did you get a full share for the World Series from both teams, the Giants and the Rangers?
You know what? I was hoping for it. That was my thing. I was hoping for it. But no, you get a full share, but you get half and half.
Right.
Yes.
How difficult was it for you to watch the World Series? I mean, having played the last couple of years with the San Francisco Giants, and you helped the Rangers get to the postseason.
Very difficult. Very difficult for me. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to go at it. I knew the guys, what they hit and what they don't. I knew their pitchers, but it is really difficult to for me to hit and for me to catch. People think it's easier because I know those guys, but it actually makes it a lot harder. And weird, when they won, I didn't know what to do. I'm part of the Rangers, and here those guys 3.5 years with me, and they're celebrating in the middle of the field.
Right.
And I didn't know how to feel, man. I just sit down in the dugout and saw my friends over there too, and enjoying it, and I was happy for them.
Well, you obviously had that opportunity to celebrate here in Game 7 of the World Series in 2002. Such a big part of that club that won that team. And any fond memories of that World Series championship club? I mean, you had so many cool, moments during that game. Coming back in Game 6, obviously, with Spezio hitting that home run, but so many things that helped you guys win that World Series.
No, just many of them. Every time the kid came in and shut them down, or Percy came in and got the final outs, and the whole World Series was so much fun for me. And I remember every single part of it like it was yesterday. And when that fly went out, seriously, I didn't know if I should run out there and help Ersty catch it or anything. It was the most fun I ever had in the baseball field those days.
Is that still the highlight of your career?
It is. I think it is, and it will be, because I haven't won again. You know what I mean? So, so I think it is. It will be for the rest of my life, I think. And then not only that, you have to go the next couple of days. You have to go out in the parade, and show appreciation for the fans. They show their appreciation for us for winning it for the city. It is an amazing feeling, I tell you that.
You got a beautiful daughter sitting on your lap right now, Jada. It's got to be fun for her to have Daddy at home for a little while now.
Yes, my first two daughters, they never had a chance to have Daddy around. So now it's her time, I think. My older daughters are 12 and 16, so whenever they're out of school and stuff, we're going to do a lot of stuff together. But for now, I think it's Jada's time, and she's enjoying it.
Man, did you ever contemplate even playing again this year after what you went through, being in the World Series and having a World Series championship here? You would think that would be basically the perfect ending. Did you think about coming back? Well,
you know what? I do. I thought that I would take a break and decide in the middle of the year if nobody asked for help or something from me, then I retire. But there's a couple teams that are very interested right now, and if something is worked out, if something is really good that gets my attention, I'll go do it, with my heart. But if not, I'm happy at home. I'm happy what I'm doing right now.
Were you at peace going into the offseason? I mean, you could pretty much, as Mark just said, you could ride off in the sunset. Say that is the perfect scenario. I played on both teams that were in the World Series. I gave it my all, and I could walk away right now and be completely happy.
Yes. I was at peace. I was actually retired when the season was over because of the special ending, very special ending. Yeah. I think I had the doors open, obviously, for whatever team, whoever needs a little help or something. But I was retired. As soon as the season was over, that was it. I thank God for my career. I thank God for every opportunity He gave me. I made way much more from where I came from. So I was very happy, and I was retired. But I'm just waiting, keeping those open, see what happens.
And Benji, we always talk about during the course of games hitters, and the club has struggled with runners in scoring position. But I always recall in your career, always so successful getting those big hits with guys in scoring position. What was the reason why you were able to be successful like that and didn't really try to do too much? You just always seemed to come through in the clutch.
I think I knew what they were doing. I think I knew, and I had a plan when I went up there. I think I knew, or
this one's going to be lofted into shallow left field. Santana was going with the pitch, so a little hit and run action. Very familiar with a lot of base hits that you got in clutch situations right there. Perfectly placed in front of the outfielder.
You know, one thing that helped me was trying to let the pitcher throw the ball before I move my hands or I move my head or my eyes. Trying to stay still at the plate. Trying to stay still when the pitcher threw the ball.
Yep.
That way it's a lot easier for me to see the pitch and see the breaks or something like that. I think that helped me a lot. And plus my approach was right center.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think it's a lot easier for anybody, not just me, just anybody to have that approach and react to everything. I got to say something real quick. I think Edgar Martinez told me once in 2000, he said, if your approach is to right center and you have a hanging curveball or hanging change, you're still going to hit it down the line and you don't waste that pitch.
Right.
But if your approach is up the middle or to, obviously to pull side, he's going to go foul ball. So I really, really, really took that approach the whole career.
Well, it's good to get advice from a guy as good as hitter as Edgar is. I mean, you're talking about a guy who had a great inside-out approach and hit the ball hard the other way. Now, on the pitching side, what pitchers did you really enjoy catching, and which guys made it more difficult for you behind the plate?
Here in the Angels, I enjoy catching Lackey, the Washburn, Sean Weiss when he was up here with us. Ramon made it a little bit difficult for me because we couldn't get, I always try to get him in the same page and try to get him to go with me sometimes, and some other times he wanted to go with him, and so it made it difficult, but not hard to catch. And then I went to Toronto. I had Halladay, Burnett. I had all great pitchers, and then I went to the Giants, and I had great pitchers over there, Lincecum and Caners and all those guys. So I've been blessed, man. My whole career, I've been blessed. My last, I think, 7 years or 6 years, I have 5 Cy Young guys that I cut. So that's pretty good.
Laporta fouling this one off into the seats on the first base shot. It's still no balls and 2 strikes. Runners at first and third. Benji Molina kind enough to join us here. Got to ask you about your brothers and how much contact you guys have. Are you guys talk on a daily basis? Is there advice shared between the three of you?
I do. We do every day. We talk and we text every day. So I think an advice, it's kind of hard for me to go tell Yadi this is what I think when he has the best hitter and right next to him and he's a good friend of him. So I kind of shy on that part. But Jose, I always try to talk to him about hitting. But those guys are ready. Those guys are major leagues for a long time too, So I think they're prepared. They know what they're doing. But if I have to say something, I will.
Is there friendly competition between the three of you?
It was never like that.
No?
I never felt like it was. I never felt like we were competing against each other. Only when we were playing PlayStation and
no smack talk at all. Really?
Only when we were playing PlayStation, NBA Live. There was a lot of talk and there was a lot of angry people and swinging punches sometimes.
Who was the better one, though?
I was the best one, and then they battled.
Of course.
And then they battled for second place.
That's great.
They were all playing for second and third.
I was the oldest. I was the oldest one, man.
Austin Kearns delivers a base hit with 2 outs, and that'll score Santana. And Cleveland takes the early lead here, 1-0. Leadoff walk comes back to haunt Dan.
Well, Benji, always a pleasure getting a chance to catch up with you. We really appreciate your time, and enjoy the rest of the day with the family and Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you, guys. I just want to say to my mom, happy Mother's Day. I know I'm not with you, but I have you in my heart all the time. So
that's great, man.
I know she's watching.
Great seeing you.
Appreciate it, man. Great career, man.
Benji Molina kind enough to join us here in the booth. Dan Haren tries to finish off the second inning. He has picked up a couple of strikeouts. Give up a base hit, a flare base hit, broken bat to Orlando Cabrera, and then a solid base hit by Austin Kearns. Adam Everett at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, I tell you what, I was fortunate enough to be a teammate with Benji. He was in the organization when I was with the Angels in '97, and just to throw to him in spring training alone, you're talking about a guy that just, you knew he was going to be a successful catcher, just the way he framed the pitches, worked with the pitchers so well.
It's carved out one heck of a career. As he pointed out, got some pretty good arms throughout his career, and still possibly could be back in the mix. Everett strikes out swinging. Haren strikes out the side, but the Indians strike first. They get a run on a couple of hits. And 2 men left on base. Into the bottom of the second. Benji signing the wall. The Angels down 1-0. Burden Wells, Alberto Callaspo, Howie Kendrick face Fausto Carmona. The sinker is down and in. Carmona had a 1-2-3 first inning, including a strikeout. Vernon last night 1 for 3, 2-run home run and a sacrifice fly. 4 home runs on the year, 13 runs batted in. Fouls that one back.
Now it's time for Coors Light cold hard blast. Vernon Wells, first career home run wearing that Angels uniform at the Big A. A 2-run shot yesterday. At that point, giving the Halos the lead in the ball game. Starting to swing the bat better, driving the ball, more consistent tracking pitches.
Lays off the slider. It's a strike on the outside corner. 1-2. That home run came on an 0-2 pitch by the youngster Alex White. Made his second major league start yesterday. Picked up his first major league win. Here's the 1-2. Got him to chase the slider. There's out number 1. Second strikeout for Fausto Carmona.
Well, like I said, if you get the hitters to start swinging at that nasty slider, it's going to be a difficult task, especially that plane he throws the fastball at in the slider. You're going inside on righties and the slider away, both down. Righty's hitting 240 against it, though. 3 big flies against right-handed batters against Carmona.
Fausto had a horrible first game of the year. Gave up 10 earned runs against the Chicago White Sox back on April the 1st. as Kayasma takes a strike. Settled down nicely. Gave up 2 earned runs in 7 2/3 here on April the 12th. Took the loss. But over the last 2 starts, he's been very good. As Kayasma fouls it back. He's allowed just 3 earned runs in the last 15 innings. That was against Oakland and Kansas City. Indians with a 4.5 game lead in the American League Central over the Royals. Kayasma had the night off last night. He did pinch hit in the 9th inning. That two-seamer almost caught the inside part of the plate. Now Berta ended up grounding out, so went 0 for 1. That's a pretty good two-seam fastball.
What I was going to say, that almost had a reaction of a split-finger fastball, which he does use as his changeup, but that fastball had a ton of movement.
The 1-2. This one bounced easily over to second. Cabrera has it on the Laporta. 2 outs. Hey folks, the Chevy Diamond of Dreams contest is back. Go to ChevyBaseball.com to enter for a chance for your community to win a field makeover, and you could win a new Chevrolet. No purchase is necessary. Open to legal U.S. residents 18 and over. The contest ends May 31st. Log on to ChevyBaseball.com for more details. Carmona's retired the first 5 Angels he has faced. 2 outs here in the second. Howie Kendrick steps to the plate. That fastball is inside. Howie, another multi-hit game last night, going 2 for 4. His 16th multi-hit game of the year. His average of 317. Still stuck at 16 home runs. 6 home runs. That'd be great if he were stuck at 16 home runs here on May the 8th.
That's swinging the bat pretty well. He'd take a chance of being stuck on that for a couple games.
He'd be the early favorite for the All-Star game. As Howie fouls that one back. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 6 home runs and 14 runs batted in.
The baseball carries a lot better in the daytime here at the Big A, so why not?
Make it 7?
Yep.
1-1. On the outside corner for a strike. 1-2. Carmona in that start against the Angels on the 12th allowed just 4 hits in 7 2/3. Struck out 6 and walked 2. A lot of legs and arms coming at you with Fausto Carmona.
Yeah, he definitely has a deceptive delivery. Throw in the glove, throw in the legs, so you don't really pick up the baseball real well until the end. But the bottom line is when you get him out of the stretch position, he's a little bit different pitcher. That sinker flattens out.
And he gets Howie here with that fastball down and in. 3rd strikeout of the game. 6 up, 6 down for the Angels. 2 in the books. Indians on top 1-0. lead at 1-0 as we start the third. Grady Sizemore, leadoff man, to step to the plate here. We haven't had any Major League Deli up here yet.
No, I'm kind of a little hungry, too.
Don't be afraid, right? One time.
Help us out.
If it's free, it's for me. And
And
I'll
me.
take three.
3.
1 ball, no strikes on Sizemore. Grounded out to Mark Trumbo to lead off the ball game. Herron already with 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. He gave up the 2 hits in the second. 2 balls and no strikes. Orlando Cabrera getting that broken bat flare base hit to left field. And Austin Kearns getting a line shot base hit to left. Sizemore rolls it foul. That's 2 balls and 1 strike. Some action going around Major League Baseball. The Tigers beat Toronto again 5-2. Tampa Bay and Baltimore at Camden Yards 5-3 Rays. That game in the 8th. Boston leading the Twins 9-5. That game in the 8th. Sizemore fouls this one off. The Rangers jumped out on CC Sabathia early, 4-0 lead, but the Yankees have battled back against Dave Bush, who's getting the spot start. That game's tied at 4 in the 6th inning. Oakland, Kansas City, it's 3-2 Oakland in the 7th. No score White Sox and Seattle. White Sox, matter of fact, flying in tonight. They've got a 3-game series here beginning tomorrow night. This one's lined into right field, and it's a leadoff base hit for Grady Sizemore. Angel fans, log on to foxsportswest.com/angels for all the latest team news, including Bill Engvall's take on baseball cliches. And don't forget to vote for the Angels poll question. Which team is the biggest surprise this year? The Indians, the Royals, the Marlins, or the Rockies? Easily has to be the Cleveland Indians at 22-10. Everyone predicting a 100-loss season for them at the start of the day. We've seen them travel well. It's a pretty good impersonation of Chief Wahoo. This one rolled up the line foul. No balls and a strike on Asdrubal Cabrera.
That has to be pretty comfortable, that makeup, paint, whatever is on his face.
Certainly not itchy.
No.
Is he smiling?
No. He's not moving.
I mean, identical. Whoever did that makeup, I mean, kudos to them. 0-1 pitch. A strike, 0-2. I mean, I couldn't tell the difference.
No. And it's certainly not moving like that on the uniform.
Look at that.
Oh, there he is. He is moving.
Look at that. Beautiful. Swing and a miss. Down goes Cabrera for out number 1.
It looked like a high fastball. The way he reacted, it was almost like it was going to be a split, but that's a 2-seam fastball with running action up and in.
And you say the reaction of Cabrera is perfectly right, because it looked like he opened up anticipating a split finger pitch down and in to a left-handed batter.
Because, I mean, a lot of times at 89 miles an hour, that becomes a very hittable pitch, but he missed that by a lot. The reaction tells you that he was guessing somewhere else as far as the pitch location and what pitch he was throwing.
Chu takes down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Shin-Soo Choo, the right fielder, struck out in the first inning, so 0 for 1. Lays off that one. 2 balls, no strikes. You saw the batting averages for Shin-Soo Choo over the last 3 years plus this year. There's no question he's just off to a slow start, and we'll get it backed up there. He's a pretty accomplished hitter in his own right. Had career highs in home runs and RBIs last year for Cleveland. Looked like he went around, and he did. And it's 2 balls and a strike. He's probably the best player in baseball that nobody really knows about.
He do so many things well. And the bottom line, you know the batting average is up because he runs well.
Beach ball has come out onto the field, and security guard down the third base line couldn't catch up to the beach ball. Wind was blowing it away.
Quick.
Yeah. But you're right about Shin-Soo Choo, a terrific athlete. A pitcher early on in his career in Korea as a kid. Could blow in the mid-90s.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if I'd want to face him on the mound. Those throws he throws from the outfield alone, I want you to keep him out there in the outfield.
I want to say off the top of my head that he had, as a youngster, he had Tommy John surgery and ended up becoming a position player. 2-1. Sizemore takes off. This one hit in the air to shallow left. Going to be a tough play. Callaspo and Wells, and that's going to fall in there for a base hit. Sizemore had to hold up. He wasn't sure if anybody was going to catch it, so he only advances to second. Another flare base hit. And 2 on and 1 out here in the third for Carlos Santana.
Well, good job. It looked like Eric Ibar was faking out Sizemore, trying to give him an idea of where the ball was going to be at, so keep him at second. I mean, right off the bat, you got to believe if you're a base runner, you read it correctly, you're going to easily get into third. There's no way anybody's going to make that play. But Ibar did a nice job of selling that. Now you're still this one ground ball away now to getting through the inning.
Santana drew a walk to lead off the second. Came around to score the Indians' only run. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Santana hitting .217 for the year. 5 home runs and 18 runs batted in. Had a 2-for-4 game yesterday with a double and an RBI. One ball, 1 strike. Santana was off to a pretty good start in the big leagues last year until getting run over by Ryan Kalish of the Red Sox on August the 2nd, tearing his lateral collateral ligament. He takes a big swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Missed the rest of the year. Highly touted prospect who came over originally from the Dodgers organization, part of that Casey Blake deal. A switch hitter can catch. We saw him play first base last night. Kind of a newer version of Victor Martinez and wearing Victor's old number, 41. 1-2 inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Usually when Herron goes in with the fastball like that, he follows it up with a split finger fastball. Wasn't that Charles Nagy's number 2 with Cleveland when he was having all that success?
I think you're right. A couple of glances back to Sizemore. 2-2, got him swinging. Down goes Santana, 2 outs.
More of a slider than it would be a split finger fastball there, but still good break to that one. After he threw that elevated fastball, came right back in the same zone and ended up being a nice tight slider. We really get a great read from Foxmo, the rotation of the baseball compared from a fastball to a breaking ball or even a split finger fastball. It gives you a good view of what a hitter has to try to do and adjust by reading the seams and the rotation of the seams.
Hafner swings and drills one out to deep left field. Vernon Wells curling around. He'll make the catch. That ball was tailing away from him. And that will end the inning. The Indians get 2 hits, leave them stranded. They still lead it 1-0. Mother's Day. Great crowd on hand. Fausto Carmona has been perfect thus far. 6 up, 6 down, including 3 strikeouts. He'll face Conger, Trumbo, and Borges here in the third. Hank did not play last night. Jeff Mathis got to start. Conger hitting .286. 3 home runs and 10 runs batted in.
So far, Carmona has not allowed the outfielders to be involved in this game.
Yep.
3 strikeouts, 3 ground ball outs.
Count is even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of first pitch strikes too by Fausto Carmona. When he's gotten ahead, he's really not messed around a whole lot, just coming right after Angel hitters.
And that's the approach if you're a sinker ball pitcher. If you can establish the first pitch strike, then all of a sudden when you throw that next sinker out of the zone, hitters will chase it.
That one caught the outside corner, 1-2.
But on the other side, if you're a hitter, if it starts at the knees, you have to let that baseball go because it's not going to stay in the strike zone. It will have sink to it.
1-2. Way outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. Conger lays off that one. It's a full count. First 3-ball count that Fausto Carmona has gotten to in this game. Mark Trumbo on deck. Kind enough to match his shoes to his bat.
It's a great shoes.
Here's the 3-2. Hank swings and misses on the high fastball. And there's out number 1. Mark Trumbo coming to the plate. This is what he had to say about his mom here on Mother's Day.
You know, I owe my mom everything. She's always been there for me since I was, a baby. And when I started my baseball experience, when I, 6 years old, and she's been there ever since. And she's always been super supportive, never got down on me. And I owe her everything, and I love her very much.
Mark steps to the plate here with 1 out, nobody on. He swings the first pitch and pulls one foul into the seats.
Some nice looking shoes. I believe he might get a triple today with those shoes. It's my call. Did get 2 infield hits yesterday. After Mike Sosa joked about it in batting practice, bring the infield in.
No balls, 2 strikes. 2 for 4 yesterday. .265 average on the year. 6 home runs and 17 runs batted in. Borges on deck. 0-2. Up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. What you would think would be setting up for that slider down and away.
One thing about that, though, a lot of times when you go up and in on a fastball, if you can back it up with the fastball back inside, it could be very successful.
Got him with a fastball down and away. 2 outs. But Fausto Carmona is absolutely locked in right now. 5 strikeouts, 8 up and 8 down. Here comes Borges.
What is that now? 11 strikeouts in the game so far between the 2 pitchers.
Aaron with 6, Fausto with 5. Borges went 0 for 3 last night. His average at .294, 2 home runs, 9 runs batted in. And if he was ever going to bunt, I mean, this would be a good day to do it. No disrespect to Adam Everett, but the arm is not quite what it used to be as he played shortstop earlier in his career.
And Fausto doesn't really bounce off the mound and field his position all that well. That's the one thing, the one issue he's had is fielding his position.
Borges pulls off that one, swings through it. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. The other thing, too, is Matt Laporte is not an overly experienced first baseman. Still learning on the fly. There's the 1-1. Breaking ball low. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is you think in the lines of with 2 outs, it's not a smart thing to bunt But when you have that type of speed that Peter Borges has, that gets a bunt hit, next thing you know, he's at second base in scoring position for Eric Ibar. If you have speed, it's not a bad decision to make.
Tap foul at the plate, 2-2. I think anything to try to change the way things have gone so far, change the momentum. As you said, working from the stretch, put some speed on the bases. 2-2. Back up the middle. That's going to go for a base hit. Borges got jammed there, but fought it off. First base runner of the game for the Angels. First hit. Here comes Eric Ibar.
Missed ground ball. A lot of times the pitcher's going to try to field this ball, but unable to do so. Gets by him. Now would not be surprised now if Borges tries to steal second. See the effort not there. Carmona's a guy that full max guy, falls off the mound when he delivers the pitch, but never really in great fielding position. So if you can force him to start making plays, then he could be successful. He gets frustrated.
Ibar swings the first pitch and fouls it off to the left. It's 0-1. Eric 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in the bottom of the first inning. See if Borges ends up going at some point here early in the at-bat. Gets thrown out. All right, no problem. You get the leadoff man starting off the fourth. Peter with 3 stolen bases does not go, and Ibar takes down an end. 1 ball, 1 strike. Santana behind the plate has thrown out 2 of 14 would-be base stealers this year. Marson, actually the backup catcher, much better throwing catcher. He caught last night.
And Carmona's quick to the plate as far as his slide step up, but that movement on the fastball makes it difficult to throw.
There goes Borges, and Ibar slaps one to left field, a base hit. Borges does not stop. Goes in standing up. That is absolutely ridiculous speed on the part of Peter Borges. Granted, he had a running start, but Austin Kearns plays one of the shallowest left fields in baseball history. And that was a routine base hit right to him, and he had no play.
And he's only about 90 feet to 100 feet away from throwing the baseball to third base. Well, the big thing when you look at Borges, not only he's quick, because we talked about a number of times how he cuts around the bases, it cuts the angle, shortens the stride to be able to get from either first to second or second to third.
Oh, an opportunity here to at least tie things up against Carmona. He retired the first 8 batters to start this game, but since then has given up back-to-back base hits to Peter and to Eric. Bobby grounded out. His first time up, so he's 0 for 1, and wouldn't be surprised if Ibar at some point takes off. Ibar's the team leader at stolen bases right now with 8. Has not been caught stealing yet. Lays off the breaking ball. They wanted a peel. He did not go, says Kerwin Danley. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Again, better opportunity to see the baseball better out of Carmona's hand when he's out of the stretch. Already we see Ibar a base hit with Borges on first. It's a different look. He still has good sink on the fastball, but a better opportunity to pick the baseball up out of his hand.
Third to first move. Nobody's buying. Outfield pretty much straight away, although Kearns shallow again and left and toward the foul line. Big alley in left center field.
It's always a good thing when you're a batter up and the attention's gone away from you at the plate and start worrying about the base runners.
One rolled over to the Porter. That'll end the inning. No runs, 2 hits. The Angels leave 2 on, especially 1 in scoring position, 3 in the books. Indians still up 1-0. trivia question for this afternoon. Who are the only 3 pitchers to have a 15-win season for both the Angels and the Cleveland Indians? Indians getting ready to send up Orlando Cabrera, Matt Laporta, and Austin Kearns against Dan Heron. I got one guy, and I only know this because I did some research on him about a year and a half ago when I was at MLB Network. Burt Blyleven, I think, is one of the guys that
that's a good call.
Has done it.
And Chuck Finley, maybe?
Yeah, sounds good. Cabrera in the hole here. No balls, 2 strikes. He's the guy that broke his bat and flared one to the left field in the second for a base hit. His 1982nd hit of his career. Down low. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You're thinking about the other one, aren't you?
I am. Cabrera shoots one down the right field line, but foul. And the count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dan Heron so far, 6 punch outs, 1 walk, and 4 singles allowed. The 1 walk, though, the one that came across the score in the second inning. Cabrera fouls one back. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, my man.
I was ready to pick you up. I was diving in front of you.
That's how you do it. Thank you.
Good play.
Thank you. You're the man.
Still the power of the mask.
It is. Half-hearted swing towards short. Ibar's got a tough play. Got him. There's out number 1.
Well, we've seen some great plays from Eric Ibar in this series, in the entire season, as a matter of fact, especially up even in Boston. But that's not an easy play, coming in on to be able to get it out of your glove, to transfer and throw that strongly to get Cabrera running down the line.
Well, with 2 outs, or pardon me, 2 strikes on a batter too, you're kind of laying back. You know, you're not anticipating something soft like that. Kind of a half-hearted swing by Cabrera, as Laporta drills one out towards center field, playable for Borges. Peter is there, puts it away for round number 2. I mean, I guess you kind of anticipated with Heron, because of so many of the breaking pitches, the split and the slider, that you're going to see a lot of mishits. But that was almost an emergency hack by Cabrera. Full hack, too.
Boy, the reaction from Dan Heron as you saw that baseball going by him, he assumed that was going to be a base hit, because if it gets by the pitcher to hit that slowly, more than likely it's going to be an infield hit. But Ibar picked him up with a great play. How's your hands, by the way?
Oh, good. Not too bad. 2 hands, man.
Remember, you had to do that. You've been telling the guys in the field, use the other hand to keep it in the glove.
You got to use 2 hands.
Good play. Practice what you preach.
Now, Orlando's a little older guy, so it wasn't that firm. As Kearns takes a strike and it's 1-1. Maybe if Hafner hit it, or
you throw me in front of it.
Santana. We had one last year. Remember the one that is almost very similar? That started to dive down and hit off the monitors in front of us.
Yeah, that won't be real good.
Yeah, that one's
deflections. No,
you're wearing that one.
Yes. As long as you keep in front, field the ball, and throw them at it first, you're still in good position.
Right. 2-1 pitch. Kearns grounds one to short. Ibar has it. And Dan Heron has himself a 1-2-3 inning. Right at the bottom of the 4th inning. Cleveland still on top, 1-0. Your Southern California Ford dealer. Visit us today and trade up to Ford. And by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, get the new Bourbon Barbecue Steak Grilled Sandwich at participating restaurants. Meiser Sturris to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Halos down 1-0. And Sturris 0 for 1. He grounded out to the second baseman, Orlando Cabrera. Now, second time through the order against Fausto. There's 5 strikeouts, no walks. He gave up those two out base hits in the third. Strike. I think Sturris thought that pitch was perhaps a little bit low. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. This one pulled to the right side, knocked down by the glove of Laporte. They flip to Carmona. They get the out. The 3-4-1 put out. Instead of a base hit and the leadoff man on, as Sturris is retired for the first out.
That's the thing when you have a sinker ball pitcher, you're going to always be active in the infield and try to catch everything. Laporte dives out, deflects it. But Orlando Cabrera, we've seen him many times wearing that Angel uniform, always in the right position to make a play.
Nice job, too, by Carmona to get over there. Leadoff man is retired. Here's Vernon. Getting the start in the cleanup spot today with Torrey Hunter getting the day off. And Vernon takes a strike.
Mona may have got away with that one. That was a hanging slider, and you see Vernon's reaction that, well, if he was looking for something out over the plate, he had a chance to crush that ball.
7th game in which Vernon is batted in the 4th spot as he lifts the fly ball toward left field. Austin Kearns comes in. 2 outs.
He'd be hard pressed to get a flare in front of Austin Kearns.
It's impossible.
I haven't seen anybody ever play that shallow in the outfield. When he first came up with Cincinnati, he was a right fielder. Very good arm. I thought for a while he was going to develop into a 30 home run, 100 RBI guy consistently every year, but he's been hurt throughout his career and not consistent enough playing time for him.
Back with the Indians, was with them last year, and they traded him to the Yankees for the stretch. Re-signing with Cleveland. 1-0 pitch to Alberto. He swings and hits one toward the alley in right center field. Sizemore is there, makes the catch, and the Angels go down in order for the 3rd time in this game. 4 in the books here at the Big A. It is 1-0 Cleveland. One nothing Cleveland. Go back to our AT&T trivia question. The only 3 pitchers to have 15 win seasons for both the Angels and the Indians. Burt Bly 11, Chuck Finley, Bartolo
Bartolo
Colon.
Colon, that's right. Won the Cy Young
Yeah.
with the Halos. Back now pitching with the Yankees.
Yep. Got knocked around a little bit yesterday and started with the Yankees. Adam Everett takes outside. 9-1-2. Due up for Cleveland here. Everett, Sizemore, Cabrera. Now Bart was it first. Got to be the only 20-game winner. Never to make an All-Star game, right? Remember he won 10 games with the Cleveland Indians and then got traded.
That's right.
Won 10 games with the Expos.
Remember when Rick Sutcliffe got traded from the Tribe and went over, what did he go, 16-1 with
Yeah.
Chicago to win the Cy Young that year?
That Bartolo Colon trade worked out pretty well for Cleveland.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. Grady Sizemore, part of that package. Cliff Lee was a part of that package.
Yeah, it's a real good trade.
Yeah.
Boy, Bart could bring that fastball. Short arm throw. Boy, you could bring it up there 95, 96.
Everett goes down swinging for the second time in the game, and there's the first down of the inning. Hey, be sure to vote for your favorite Angels for the 2011 All-Star Game that's coming up in Phoenix this summer. Voting is now open and available at Angels.com. Don't miss your opportunity to vote in players like Howie Kendrick, Torrey Hunter, Bobby Abreu, and many, many more. Oh, Brandon Phillips. I knew there was another. I knew Lee Stevens was in that deal, but Brandon Phillips was the other guy in that trade that came to Cleveland. They didn't like him in Cleveland, so they shipped him to Cincinnati.
Talk about unbelievable range at second base.
Yeah. Big Lee Stevens. Used to face him in high school. He grew up in Lawrence, Kansas. He was the same size playing Major League Baseball as he was as a 16-year-old playing Legion ball.
Well, he's a guy that certainly swung the bat pretty hard.
He was large.
Yes. Played with the Halos, too.
Yep. Let's say he played with Texas as well. Sizemore drills one out to straightaway center field. This one's hit pretty well. Gorgeous near the wall. Can't get it. It's 2-0 Cleveland. Fifth home run of the year for Sizemore, and it comes with one out here in the fifth.
When they've done a nice job coming into the game as far as keeping him off the bases and limiting his good swings, but today so far a single, now that home run right to dead center field. We talked about how the baseball carries much better here during the day, particularly the center field, where at night it's really, you got to crush that ball to get it out to center field.
Fifth home run that Sizemore has picked up since coming off the disabled list on April the 17th. His 10th run batted in. He's got 2 hits in this game.
He was 0 for 9 coming into today in this series against the Angels. They did a pretty good job.
Aaron falls behind on his dribble. Cabrera 3 balls and no strikes. Cabrera's 0 for 2. He's popped out to short and he struck out. Takes a fastball in for a strike. Frustrating for a pitch. You start the windup, think you got some momentum going. All of a sudden, time is called. 3-2. Foul back.
Never really liked that a whole lot. But talk about Sizemore having a good game so far. He's had a lot of success against here, and you might want to think about making him swing at that splitter in the dirt.
This one into the seats on the third base side.
It's his 3rd career home run against Dan Hara for Grady Sizemore, coming in now hitting over 500 in his career against him.
Another 3-2. Cabrera rolls it up the first base line. Trumbo has it. 2 outs. So 2 outs and the base is clear. Here comes the right fielder, Shin Soo Choo. Choo 1 for 2 with a base hit in the 3rd.
But as we were talking in between innings, I'm sensing now that the Angel hitters are tracking Carmona a little better. He's starting to flatten out on that fastball up in the zone. A couple fly ball outs last inning. So if Dan Hare can get through this inning, get the hitters back out there, you might be able to have better success against Carmona. Keep it close right now.
1 ball, 1 strike on Choo. 2 runs, 5 hits, 4 left on for Cleveland. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on for the Angels. As Choo hits one out to right field. Bobby was already playing deep. Will make the catch. Now will end the inning. But Cleveland makes it 2-0 on Grady Sizemore's 5th home run of the year as we head down to the bottom of the 5th. And Trumbo here against Fausto Carmona. 5 strikeouts, no walks. 2 hits allowed, both coming into 3rd inning with 2 outs. The Angels leaving with a man in scoring position in the 3rd. Now it lays off the first pitch, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Santana wanted appeal, but Paul Nauert said, you know what, I got it. Howie 0 for 1 with a punch out. Carmona had a stretch of 3 consecutive strikeouts between the 2nd and 3rd as this one's rolled foul, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. It's down in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls, 2 strikes. Carmona didn't look like he took the label or the price tag off his hat. It's underneath the bill of the hat.
That's unusual.
2-2, broken bat, roller foul. Howie needs to get some new lumber.
I don't recall having to buy my hat to wear that on the baseball diamond.
Right?
I don't never remember. Well, I guess these are different times, I guess.
Must have ran out to the team shop real quick.
I think so.
Needed a new lid.
Kept the sticker on it.
Howie goes down swinging for the first out. Hank Conger coming to the plate. This is what he had to say about his mom on Mother's Day.
Oh, she did everything for me, for me and my brother, and I truly appreciate that. The one thing I'll remember the most is her shagging with my brother in the outfield as we were taking BP on, Thanksgiving, Christmas, my birthday, every holiday you could think of. She was there with the whole family.
Hank steps to the plate here, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Takes strike one.
Just think of how many uniforms your mom has washed over your Little League career, and of course now, I mean, it's amazing how good they made you look on the baseball diamond, no matter which level you were playing at.
Especially our moms, who had to deal with 4 boys.
Yeah, and being the youngest, at that point they said, "Oh yeah, it's close enough to being clean.
Yeah,
let's go ahead and get them."
Don't slide today, because you're going to have to wear that uniform tomorrow. Never heard that.
No.
Conger pulls it into right field, a base hit with 1 out here in the 5th.
Well, that one was supposed to be away, that sinker, but that got a little bit too much middle part of the play. Not as much movement on that pitch, and Conger made him pay for it.
There's that odd sticker.
I wonder how much he paid for that hat.
It's curious. First pitch of Trumbo, up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Mark a strikeout victim in the 3rd. 0 for 1 game. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Carmona with 6 strikeouts. No walks. And now 3 hits allowed. Trumbo chops this one to 3rd. Fast Everett might have gotten his glove. It's a base hit. Conger stops at 2nd. Back-to-back knocks for the Angels here with 1 out of the 5th, and Peter Borges stepping to the plate.
Well, you're going to see a lot of ground balls. We talked about it against Carmona in the pregame, where you have to bunch together hits to be successful because he doesn't elevate many pitches. Keeping that hard ground ball, get him out of the stretch. Now your opportunity is there. Maybe flatten out one of those sinking fastballs in that good plane where you get the good part of the bat on it.
Borges swings and misses. The ball gets away from Santana. The throw goes to second to Trimble. He's easily out. Mark had a late read on that one. At that point, should have just stayed at first base. The wild pitch advances Hank over to 3rd.
That's exactly right. Again, you get caught up in a moment. You think you have to go because you see the guy going in front of you. But if you're not going to be successful, you stay where you're at. Still 1st and 3rd with only 1 out. It would have been at that point. Very alert play by Santana going to the guy running 2nd there.
No balls, 2 strikes on board. Just had a base hit in the 3rd inning. One and 2.
He tried to wear that one.
Yeah.
0-2 count. Fastball in. He tried to turn and take one for the team. Peter did on that one.
It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Conger over at 3rd base and 2 outs. Lefty fouling out of play. Eric Ibar on deck. Fastball. Missed down and away, apparently. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Very close.
I think Fausto wanted that pitch.
Santana is just off the plate. Went around it.
Yeah, it didn't get the corner, but it was certainly a good spot to throw it.
The 2-2. Borges shoots one into right center field. Sizemore makes the catch. The inning comes to an end. No runs, 2 hits, a man left in scoring position. 5 of the books. 2-0 Cleveland.
Coors Light Freeze Cam. Happy Mother's Day. The brunch today. A tribute to all the mothers at the game, at home. Of course, seeing a lot of them out to brunches throughout the Los Angeles area. Saying hi. Love you, moms. All the moms out there, we love them. That was our Coors Light Freeze Cam, brought to you by Frostproof Coors Light.
There's no doubt about that. Moms are the real angels. Without them, we wouldn't be here.
That is true. So true.
2-0 Cleveland here in the 6th inning. Santana, Hafner, Cabrera to face Dan Herron. It's 1 ball, no strike. Santana, a walk and a run scored to the 2nd, a strikeout in the 3rd. 7 strikeouts for Herron to go with the 1 walk. 5 hits allowed. Missed inside. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Herron now at 88 pitches on this afternoon, 59 strikes. He falls behind here, 3 balls and no strikes. Three and 1.
That's that BP fastball, get over fastball at 87. Very effective pitch.
This one's ripped right to Trumbo. There's out number 1. Hey, folks, on Tuesday, the Angels host the White Sox at 7:05. All fans in attendance will receive the world-famous Angels wrestling mask, courtesy of Cacique. Angel fans on hand are projected to set another Guinness World Record. Don't miss out. Purchase your tickets at the Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on to angels.com.
What do you think? Should we take them on in a tag team match?
Oh, they're going down.
Oh.
Irvin and the Count?
Yes. No doubt.
Hafner swinging first pitch, pops it up, shallow left. Vernon Wells comes in. 2 outs. So 2 outs and nobody on for Orlando Cabrera, the second baseman. Orlando 1 for 2. Had a base hit in the second inning. Grounded out to short his last time up. That was a good play by Eric on that slow roller. Joe's bunt takes a strike. It's 0-2.
Boy, that's pitch and slider outside corner, and then two-seam fastball that starts off to corner and catches that spot.
Oh-2 on its way. Swing and a miss. Down goes Cabrera and Heron with a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning here at the Big A. The Angels down 2-0. Gardens Casino. Get your game on by El Pollo Loco. Get into El Pollo Loco today and try our delicious Baja-style fish tacos with classic Baja or spicy avocado sauce. Only at El Pollo Loco. And by Time Warner Cable. Angels down 2-0 here to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Fausto Carmona to face the top of the order. Ibar, Abreu, and Asturias here. Carmona's been very good. Very good pitchers duel between Dan Heron and Fausto Carmona, although the Indians have touched Heron for 2 runs. RBI single by Austin Kearns in the second. Grady Sizemore with a home run, a solo shot in the 5th. Ibar will drag, but on the first base side, Carmona has it, has trouble getting rid of it, and they called him out. Looked like Ibar was past the bag. Doug Eddings, the first base umpire, rings it up for the first out.
Wow, it looked like it was going to be a routine play, but Carmona bobbled that baseball and flipped it high. The right idea, the right approach. Drag bunt. That bobble. Wow,
safe to me.
Clearly safe.
Bad call by Doug Eddings at first base. Abreu takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, real
Better
good
angle.
view here. Foot on the base. Ball not in the glove yet.
And how do you not see the body go through the bag before the baseball getting there in real time? 1 ball, 1 strike. The Angels so far in this game, that would have been the first guy to reach as a leadoff man. They still haven't gotten their leadoff man on. Bobby 0 for 2, twice is grounded out to first. So he pulls this one up the first base line. Laporta will take it. So 3 times Bobby is grounded out to first. There are 2 outs.
Boy, it's amazing how different an inning can change. All of a sudden you're pitching out a stretch. You got a guy with speed at first base. Your focus goes away from the batter. Instead you get the out and then a ground ball to first base. And you got 2 outs right away.
Aaron, who had a 1-2-3 6th inning, will be facing the bottom third of the order in the 7th. Meister Sturis steps in now. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Meister grounded out to second base in the first inning, then hit that sharp ground ball that Laporta dove for, knocked it over to Cabrera, who fired it over to Carmona in the 4th inning. Fouled off to the left. It's 1-1. One pitch. 1-2. Vernon Wells on deck. Carmona delivers the 1-2, and that's lined to right field. A 2-out base hit. Like a hanging breaking ball. Meister gets a knock here, keeps the inning alive for Vernon.
The pitch didn't quite have that same bite on it. Tracked it well. And that's the thing with Carmona. If he doesn't locate his pitch at times, when it flattens out, whether it's a slider or his sinking fastball, you can make a good pass at it. And Meister's hit the ball hard against him twice. Once off to the glove with Laporta over to Orlando Cabrera. He got him out at first. He's definitely had some good swings against him.
Vernon 0 for 2. Struck out in the 2nd inning, hit a fly ball to left in the 4th. Swings through the slider, or pardon me, the sinker. No balls and a strike. He had started Vernon on that hanging slider in the 4th inning at bat. Vernon ended up hitting that fly ball to Kearns, going with that sinker.
Always known to be attacking that first pitch. A .330 career hitter with the count 0-0.
Lays off of that one, evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, again, and how the inning changes if Ibar is actually called safe, as he should have been. Trying to get something going against Carmona. The Angels have had some guys in scoring position, have not been able to cash him in. Sinking fastball down and in again. It's 1-2. Steers goes. Wells chops it on the ground at third. Everett bobbles it, and Vernon will reach. It's an error on Adam Everett.
See, the bottom line is when you have movement, you see the reaction from the infielders right away. When there's movement, you hear going. That's a sign you're going to hear from around, whether it's on the bench or on the field. Everyone moves a little bit, and then you're out of your comfort position. And Everett's going to make this play most times, unable to do so because you hear that movement and you just kind of out of your comfortable element.
For Everett, it's the 2nd error that he's committed this year. So the Angels now with 2 outs have runners at first and second base. Hey, celebrate 50 years of Angels baseball during the 2011 season with the Flex Plan. Select the 20 games you want to see from select Angels home games and receive tickets to Fan Appreciation Day free of charge. Buy your flex plan today at angels.com/mini-plans or by calling 888-796-HALO. You done flexing over there?
Yeah, I'm just done flexing now.
Are you just stretching it out?
Stretch it.
Now, baseball's being checked, and all of a sudden, somebody is perhaps getting a little wise to this whole thing. Fausto Carmona has gone to the lid a couple of times. You mentioned that white sticker that's underneath the lid of his hat. Alberto Callaspo steps to the plate. It's Sturris at second, Wells at first. And Callaspo lifts a fly ball toward deep left center field. Sizemore flips the glasses down. And Sturris will score. Vernon's being waved around to throw to the plate. Not in time. This game tied at 2.
Boy, taking advantage of a mistake, a ground ball not fielded at third base. And Callas puts a ball in the air that Grady didn't look like he picked up. Down hit well by Callas, but we're so used to Sizemore making that play. Once he didn't react right away, there's no way the way the ball carries it today here at the Big A is compared with night.
6th double of the year for Callaspo. The 2 RBIs gives him 13. Here's Howie Kendrick. Howie fouls the first pitch. It is no balls and a strike. Howie 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. Carmona has had Howie's number. A 2-out base hit by Meiser Sturris. The error by Adam Everett. With Vernon Wells chopping it over to third. And now the double by Callaspo. It's a 2-2 tie here in the 6th. 0-1. Little roller up the third base line. That's going to be a tough play. Everett picks it up. That's a fair ball, an infield base hit. At that point, if you're Adam Everett, why aren't you just laying back to see if that ball goes foul?
Yeah, you're not going to throw out Howie running down the line. Just come in and then go back and just protect him in case it goes by the base at third. I mean, that close. Granted, you can roll the baseball, will stay fair most times, but you got to let that ball. There's no way you're going to run and throw him out. You just got to let it roll.
That's one of those bouncing. I agree with you. If you've already done the research and you roll the ball on the dirt, rolling the baseball will stay fair. But that was bouncing down the line, and you weren't going to make a play at first base. The Angels will take it, try to capitalize here. Runners at first and third, and still 2 outs for Hank Conger. Conger cues one, and that is just foul.
That would really make you upset on the mound if that ball ends up being fair. The Angels would end up scoring 8 or 9 runs if that ball stays fair, because you're just going to lose your mind on the mound. That's a tough one.
'89 pitches thrown by Carmona. And 61 for strikes. Hank had a base hit to right field his last time up, a 1-for-2 game. Swings and loops one out to shallow center field. Sizemore coming on, not going to get it. Callaspo will score. Kendrick to third. Angels on top 3-2.
Well, again, just putting the ball in play. Aggressive base running. Of course, how he gets to third base on that one. Grady might have had a shot at him at third there, too, but he bobbled as he tried to come in on that baseball. But making contact against a sinker ball pitcher who's starting to get some pitches enough and be able to flare into the outfield.
3 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 3 consecutive hits since the error by Adam Everett. And here's Mark Trumbo. Howie over at third, Conger at first. Hank picking up his 11th run batted in with that base knock. Trumbo pops it up. Adam Everett with the glasses down. Makes the catch. The damage done, however. The Angels with 2 outs here in the 6th inning score 3 times, 4 hits, and they leave 2 on. 6 in the books. Halos lead at 3-2. It's 3-2 Angels. Nice little rally with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Remember, that inning started with the botched call at first base by Doug Eddings. It should have been an infield base hit for Eric Ibar. Herron delivers breaking pitch upstairs. Laporta, Kearns, and Everett here in the 7th. The bottom third do it for Cleveland. Laporta, the first baseman, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly ball out. He takes a breaking ball for a strike. Count is even. Scott Downs, first man up. Herron has thrown 97 pitches. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Boy, when you see a batter take a swing like that, your thought process has got to go right back out with another cut fastball or slider.
The 1-2. Trying to get him to chase, just missed off the plate.
Well, that's the perfect spot. He went right back out with that nasty slider.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 8 strikeouts for Dan Herron. 2-2, make that 9 strikeouts for Dan Herron. There's the first out here, the 7th.
Yeah, when you see a swing like that against you on the mound, even if he tracks the one and takes it, he's not going to take the next one because it was close enough to make you think as a hitter that he's going to throw this one for a strike, and you see that commitment to swing and loses the bat on the swing. Great rotation on that slider. Great late break to it also. It looks like a bad fastball, then all of a sudden that slight break gets a swing and miss.
Season high in strikeouts for Dan Herron. Austin Kearns takes a strike. Kearns had an RBI base hit in the 2nd and grounded to short in the 4th. No balls and 2 strikes here on Kearns. The RBI that he got in the 2nd inning, his 2nd of the year. Lays off that one. And it is 1-2.
Right back out again with a slider.
Just missed down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And now when you have the thought process on the mound, you can go back a slider again, or you go fastball in that same area.
2-2. Down. Looking down goes Kearns. 2 outs. Take a look at our Land Rover game summary. Grady Sizemore in the 5th inning with 1 out, which is 5th home run of the year. That made it 2-0. And then Alberto Callasco with 2 outs in the 6th inning, getting the double. All of a sudden, it changed the complexion of this game. 3-2 Angels. Callasco's double tied it. Conger single with the Angels up. This one toward the hole. Ibar's got it off balance. Throw, not going to get at it. Infield base hit. You wonder if that's going to be it for Dan Herron with Downs ready to go, and you've got Sizemore coming up.
And 550 in his career against him. Yeah, Mike Scioscia looked like he's going to the mound and did it to the bullpen.
Scioscia makes the move. Dan Herron will depart after 106 pitches and a 10 strikeout performance. He departs with a 3-2 lead, and we'll get a nice round of applause here from the Angel faithful. Smartphone with quick deposit. Take a step forward and chase what matters. Halos still up 3-2 here in the 7th inning. 2 outs. Scott Downs called upon to get Grady Sizemore here with a man at first base. The numbers for Scott: no record, no ERA. Making his 7th appearance. 7 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs. Dan Herron, terrific job by him. 6 2/3, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. He's responsible for Everett at first. 10 strikeouts, which is a season high for him. His career high is 12. Very good performance for him.
Yeah, he's so competitive. He didn't want to come out of the game, but when you just go by numbers, Sizemore, a 550 career hitter against Herron.
Breaking pitch down and away. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Including 3 home runs against him and 1 today. So late in the game, got a lot out of him. Mike Scioscia did, and he always talks about getting outs and only needing 3 to 6 outs out of the bullpen. He's pretty much in that position. He needs to get 7 out of the bullpen today.
0 for 12 in his career, 4 strikeouts against Scott Downs. Scott pitched in Friday's game. Breaking ball is in there. Had a 1-2-3 9th inning. That was that extra inning affair that the Angels won 2-1. Some tight ball games in this series. Yesterday, a 1-run victory for Cleveland, 4-3. The Angels leading this one 3-2. Everett with a short lead over at first. Here's the 1-1. Sizemore pulls it foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Breaking ball. Got him swinging. Down goes Sizemore. 3 strikeouts in the inning. 2 by Herron and a big one by Downs. 7th inning stretch time here on Mother's Day. The Angels lead it 3-2. Bottom of the 7th, Angels up 3-2. Love that banner. 2002 World Championship. And, of course, Benji Molina, a huge, huge part of that team.
Well, you know you're good when you get the skipper out to catch the first pitch.
Not only that, you've got your daughter hanging on your left leg and still throws it near the strike zone.
Great movement. I mean, it's all about the movement. It's not about the speed and the velocity. It's about that movement and location.
Straight change piece, too, from Benji. With the jacket on and came on the air with us. Didn't take the jacket off.
No, he did.
Gamer.
Yes, he did. He had the hat backwards and everything.
He
was ready to put the mask on and call some pitches.
It'll be interesting to see if he does sign somewhere. You mentioned that he has been talking to 2 teams. You know, Boston's one team that continues to be kind of in the mix for looking for some catchers. But we've got a great crowd on hand here on Mother's Day. Hope you're enjoying Mother's Day wherever you are at. And that today is obviously a great day for you, and you're spending it with family. If not, at least reflecting back on your mom if she's no longer with us. Here at the Big 8 is 3-2. Halos on top in the bottom of the 7th. Peter Borges, Eric Ibar, Bobby Abreu to face Fausto Carmona. Carmona's thrown 91 pitches, 6 strikeouts, no walks, but he's allowed 8 hits, 4 of which came in that 6th inning. Borges 1 for 2, had a base hit in the 3rd inning. That was the first hit of the game for the Angels. It came with 2 outs in that 3rd as that sinker is down and in. And then Peter with 2 outs hit a fly ball to center field in the 5th. Everett in at the cut of the grass at 3rd, just in case Borges decides to drop one down. Laporta in at 1st. And it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Unless you get a fastball right down the middle of the plate, if you're Peter Borges right now, you're thinking the lines of taking this pitch, because Carmona with that sinking fastball at times difficult to control.
There comes the 2-0. Delivers a strike. 2-1. This one's pulled foul. Not a bad idea to try to get out in front of that sinker, meaning making contact out in front of the plate. But a lot of times you do that, you're going to pull the ball foul.
Yeah, reason why you do that, because if you wait late on that one, you're just going to get the bottom part of the top of the baseball and beat it right into the ground. A better chance of getting the middle part of the ball or the top of it if you get it out there quick.
2-2 down low, full count. It's almost as if it's a similar approach to that of facing a left-hander who's got a good cutter. If you're a right-handed batter, trying to get inside the baseball, not trying to get that bat barrel out in front, otherwise you're going to pull it, but keep the hands inside yet try to get out in front of the plate.
Yeah, because you can't wait for that to go deep in the strike zone, because that's when you see that shattered bat.
3-2 leadoff walk. Borges is on board. First walk issued by Carmona. Got Ibar coming up, so something will be going on here. Whether it's a sacrifice, a hit and run, or even a slash bunt that Ibar likes to do. We haven't seen that yet this year. We saw it quite a bit last year, that little kind of a half-hearted swing that he has and puts it over the third baseman's head.
And the perfect guy to try that against right now on the mound. And you saw Carmona struggle even that one bunt that Ibar hit back to him. You got to have some type of movement right now.
Saw the left-handed Rafael Perez up and loosening. That pitch a little bit high. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. The Angels have action in their bullpen as Fernando Rodney. Pant legs pulled up and sporting the pink spikes. Ibar 1 for 3 with a base hit in the 3rd. Probably should have had a second hit in the 6th inning, but Doug Eddings called him out. Bunt up the first base line. Borges started to go and then stopped. Ibar fouls it at the plate. They've gotten a piece of Santana. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. second time in the series in which Santana's been hit.
Especially when you have so many sinker ball pitchers. We saw Masterson in the first game. That's when he got hit. Sinker down, hitting the top of the baseball. You're going to have that type of foul balls against you.
Borges goes, the 1-1, rolled up the line at first. Laporta's got it. That's his only play. So Ibar retired. 3 unassisted for the first out. Man in scoring position now for Bobby Abreu.
Good idea to have that movement. Otherwise, that might be, at the very least, Borges is going to be forced at second, a potential double play ball because it was hit hard at the first.
Bobby today has given Matt Laporta a workout at first base. 3 ground ball outs. 0 for 3 game. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Confusion on what to go after Bobby with, but he's had a lot of success getting the ground ball right to first base.
He's fooled Bobby this entire game, rolling over pitches over to Laporta.
I mean, that's what you want if you're Bobby. There's indecision. If you get 3 easy ground ball outs at first, that's what the approach you got to take.
Is this one of those cases where a pitcher kind of outthinks himself?
Exactly. That's why. I shouldn't say this, but that's why whatever sign the catcher put down, I was going with him. I wasn't going to think too much out there.
Oh.
I beat you to the punch on that, but I knew you were going to say that first.
So Carmona and Santana ready to go. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Borges at second base with 1 out here in the 7th. And that got him. Can't be intentional, obviously, considering Asturias is coming up. Asturias has hit the ball hard a couple of times, including a base hit in the 6th inning.
And that's that thinking too much. Try to do something different than what you've been successful with. You've been able to throw the fastball middle down and get ground ball after ground ball.
Now, apparently, not only did he buy it at a team store, it's an official Major League Baseball license product. Looks like there's a second sticker on that hat. Asturias fouls off the first pitch.
I remember for a while, players, in particular pitchers, were writing stuff underneath the bill of their hat. And then they made you stop doing that for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 stickers there. It's odd. Again, I don't recall ever having a sticker on my hat, but these are new times.
New times indeed.
Is that the name of the hat too? New era?
New era. It's got a SKU number and everything on it. Inventory control. The 0-1. 2 strikes. Miser 1 for 3, had a base hit that started the rally in the 6th inning. It scored a run. Borges still at second. With Bobby over at first. One out. And Carmona really slowing things down, becoming very deliberate here. The 1-2. Mysterious pops this one foul on the third base side. It's going to find its place in the seats. The count remains at 1-2. Cleveland with 2 runs, 6 hits. They've committed 1 error, and it was a big error. That was the error by Adam Everett. And a ground ball hit by Vernon Wells in the 6th inning. Cleveland's also stranded 5. The Angels 3 runs, 8 hits. And they've left 5 men on base.
This is an opportunity where you have to take advantage of these base runners here, score some more runs. This is still a very close game.
One-two. Called strike 3. Meister thought about pulling the trigger, laid off, and he gets rung up for round number 2.
That was a nasty moving fastball. You often hear that start at the hip and bring it in the inside corner. That started in the middle of his back and brought it in the inside corner. Great movement on that fastball.
The strikeout number 7 for Fausto in this ball game. It's a season high for him. His previous high was 6 against the Angels back on April the 12th. So Vernon with an opportunity here with 2 on, 2 outs. 0 for 3 of this one. Swings the first pitch and pops it up. First base side. Laporta coming over near the railing and runs out of room. Off the dugout. And it's no balls and 1 strike on Vernon. Chad Durbin and Rafael Perez. Double barrel action for Cleveland. Vernon with a strikeout in the 2nd. A fly ball to left the 4th. Reached on that error by Everett. Scored a run in the 6th inning. Santana flashing some signs here. Can't imagine what the plan would be with Borges at second and Abreu at first. Flashing defensive signals with 2 outs.
And you're not going to try to put a pickoff play on. You just got to think in lines of trying to get the batter at the plate.
This one back up the middle. Right there's Orlando Cabrera positioned perfectly. He touches second base, forces out Abreu, and the 7th comes to an end. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Dodge, 7 in the books. Angels still on top 3-2. By the score of 3-2, take a look at our Farmers Insurance report card for the day. 3 runs on 4 hits in the 6th inning to take that 3-2 lead. Dan Herron is the pitcher of record. 10 strikeout performance for him in 6 2/3. Mike Scioscia hanging on 999 career victories. All with the Angels. couple of defensive changes. Torrey Hunter takes over in right field. That's where Bobby Abreu was originally located. And Fernando Rodney takes over on the mound for Scott Downs, who struck out Grady Sizemore to end the seventh.
Yeah, great decision by Mike Scioscia to go into Scott Downs. I know Dan Herron didn't want to come out of the game, but when you go by percentages, you got to go lefty versus lefty, especially one that has success against a batter in Grady Sizemore like Scott Downs as compared to the success Sizemore has had against Dan Herron throughout his career.
Indians here in the eighth inning sent up 2, 3, and 4 as Drupal Cabrera, Shin-Soo Choo, and Carlos Santana. The first pitch fastball is in there for a strike. Fernando came on in the 11th in Friday night's game, had a 1-2-3 inning, picked up the victory, his first of the year. As that pitch is in for a strike and it's 0-2. I think as Drupal Cabrera thought that pitch was a little bit high. And Fernando not only sporting the pink shoes, but they're the high tops.
Hey, it's all about distracting the hitter. I mean, that worked for him.
One ball.
That in 97.
2 strikes, yeah. Cabrera in this one 0 for 3. He's popped out to short, struck out, and grounded out. Change up in the dirt. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The all-important first batter of an inning. Percentage of getting through the inning if you get that first guy out, especially late in the game, goes up high. So the bottom line is you got to finish him off.
2-2 back toward the middle, off of Rodney. He's not going to have a play. It's going to go as an infield base hit.
Number 17.
It's actually one of those ground balls up the middle that you think are hit harder than they really are. You kind of react thinking it's going to be back quicker, but it was not quite hit as hard as Fernando anticipated and not able to make that play.
Potential tying run on at first base with nobody out here in the 8th. Shin-Soo Choo at the plate. Swings and drills one out toward right field. Torrey got a good jump on it, makes the catch. There's out number 1. Well struck by Choo, but Torrey got a great break on it. Staying at first base is Cabrera.
I get that good first step for Torrey Hunter to make that play, who just came in as a defensive replacement for Bobby Abreu. Makes the play, gets that first out of the inning.
Brings up Carlos Santana, who's walked, struck out, and lined out. 0 for 2 game. Off speed pitch in there for a strike.
Santana's hit into 3 double plays. Gonna roll over on a changeup. Ground ball to second, you get through the inning.
Fastball missing inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pretty good lead for Cabrera at first base. Santana pulls one into right field. There's a base hit. Cabrera's going to think about going to third. Here comes the throw from Torrey. It's way off line. Fortunately for the Angels, it hits off the screen, but allows Santana to get to second base. So second and third and 1 out for Travis Hafner.
Well, they certainly had a shot at him at third base, but then that throw sailed on Torrey. Boy, landed with that front stiff leg. That's what I think the reason why that ball ended up being elevated for Torrey. Unfortunately enough, it hit the screen by the dugout. Otherwise, that's going to be a run in. As a pitcher, that's why you got to be back there. Even though it was hit hard to right field, you got to get right over there to back up at third as quick as possible.
Riley's given up 2 hits here in the 8th. Here's Travis Hafner. Fastball is rolled foul. It's no balls and a strike. Callaspo and Trumbo at third and first respectively playing in. Hafner today 0 for 3. 1 strikeout, a couple of fly balls to left. Outfield straight around for the Angels. And all 3 at normal depth. Cabrera at third, Santana at second. The 0-1. Chopper foul. Defensive swing by Hafner. Extremely late on those fastballs.
I need that punch out right now.
Orlando Cabrera, the man on deck. The 0-2. Jammed it, found it straight back of the fastball at 97.
See, Hank Conger wanted that fastball up, also set the target above the letters to see if he could get Hafner to swing at it.
Howie's out in shallow right field against Hafner. This is a chopper toward the middle, and that's going to go for a base hit. Howie has it. The run will score, and this game is tied. Fernando Rodney with 3 hits allowed here in the 8th inning. And Dan Herron no longer in line for a W.
That's the thing, Dan Herron pitched so well today with those 10 strikeouts.
Michael Brantley is going to come in and pinch run at first base for Hafner. Hafner gets credit for an RBI, his 14th of the year. And here's Cabrera, 1 for 3. Chopper on the ground to the right side. It's going to be tough to turn 2. They're not going to get it, and the Indians are on top 4-3.
Talked about the importance of getting that leadoff hitter. Gives up the base hit off his body. As Drupal Cabrera at the start of the inning.
Cabrera gets credit for an RBI, his 20th of the year. 2 outs now. Matt Laporte at the plate. Boy, Cabrera had a running start. Rodney not even paying attention to him. He picks up a stolen base.
We're talking about guessing long and thinking the pitcher's not going to pay attention to you. That's what Orlando was able to do. Now another guy in scoring position.
And now he hits Laporte. So 2 men on with 2 outs here. And Austin Kearns coming to the plate. Wheels have come off here for Fernando Rodney, although a couple of the balls not hit that sharply, just not able to put anybody away. So Kearns steps to the plate, 1 for 3, RBI single in the second. Francisco Rodriguez up and loosening now. Kearns inside outs, this one foul. It's no balls and a strike. At the bottom of the 8th inning, the Angels have Callaspo, Kendrick, and Conger. Looks like Perez, the left-hander, is still loosening. at least up in the bullpen mound. No balls, 2 strikes. Cleveland with 2 runs here in the 8th inning on 3 hits. One that has left the infield. Cabrera takes off again. Kearns fouls it off. Cabrera going to walk to third base.
Yeah, generally, if you're going to try to steal third with 2 outs, you better be able to walk to third, and pretty much was going to be the case.
Still a no ball, 2 strike count with 2 outs. Kearns goes down swinging, but the damage is done. 2 runs, 3 hits. They leave 2 on. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Cleveland's back on top 4-3. Pitcher on for Cleveland. It's the left-hander Rafael Perez. Perez pitched in Friday night's game. Went 1 inning and struck out a man. Good numbers overall in the year.
He's a guy that doesn't overpower you necessarily with the fastball. 87. He will rush it up there at times to 92. Slider, changeup. Very tough to pick up the baseball out of his hand now.
Fausto Carmona went 7 innings. Struck out 7, walked 1. Gave up 3 runs on 9 hits. All 3 of the runs that Carmona allowed in the 6th inning, unearned runs. Alberto Callaspo will spin around to hit from the right side. A 1-for-3 game. He had a 2 RBI double in the 6th inning that ended up, at that point, tying the game up at 2 apiece. Saw numbers for Perez. Has not allowed an earned run this year. Pitching in his 15th game. 12 and 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 8 strikeouts, 5 walks. Alberto takes a strike. A double for Alberto in the 6th inning, his 6th of the year. now with 13 runs batted in. Count is even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. I said 9 hits that Carmona allowed. Actually, it was 8. 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2 balls and a strike. Two-one from Perez. Bouncer to third. Everett has it. 1 out. The Halos conclude their homestand against the White Sox on Wednesday. It's a 7:05 start, and all fans will receive a retro 1961 replica hat. Purchase your tickets today by visiting the Angels Stadium ticket office or by logging on to angels.com. 1 out, nobody on for Howie Kendrick. Perez delivers a strike on the outside corner. Not a guy that's really going to challenge a right-handed batter inside. He'll live on the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, he's going to stay out there 89, 90, 91, force you to hit the big part of the ballpark. And anything off speed in, he's going to try to get you to roll over on that pitch.
Howie 1 for 3 with a base hit. That's 1 ball, 1 strike. Perez taking a long time getting his sign. 1-1. 2 balls and a strike. Sizemore and Chu playing Howie completely the opposite way. Chu is toward the foul line in right field. You see Grady Sizemore toward the alley and deep in right center field.
A lot of room to left center field.
2-1 pitch. He shoots this one into right field, and that is going to be a fair ball, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Chu thought he was going to try for it. Somehow stop him at second as Howie. It's a 1-out double. I don't know if Chu maybe lost the baseball because he was positioned perfectly, and it looked like it hung up enough for him to make the catch.
Well, it looked like he was caught in between, coming in, sliding to make that play, or trying to keep it in front, and then all of a sudden stopped at the last second and the ball got by him. Fortunately for him, the ball carrying back off the wall to him. If it rolls around in that corner, that could go for a long way away from him.
I tell you what, that angle right there, it almost looked like he lost the baseball because he was coming in. That ball, all of a sudden, he had to make a sharp left turn, and it got by him. Second hit of the game for Howie, his 17th multi-hit game, 9th double, representing the tying run in scoring position here, and Hank Conger will spin around. And will hit from the right side. Hank 2 for 3, couple of singles, an RBI, and a strikeout. In there for a strike. Joe Smith is now up.
More than likely come in against Trumbo.
The Angels 3 for 8 with men in scoring position. 0-1 pitch. Takes another strike on the inside corner. 0-2. A couple of sliders from Perez.
Staying in on the hands on him. I'm pretty surprised if he comes right back in with that pitch again.
Orlando Cabrera is shading him toward the middle. Big hole on the right side. Hank goes down swinging, 2 outs.
But this time, I believe sharper breaking ball down and in. Well, as a hitter right there, all you can do is pull that one foul if you make any contact.
Manny Acta's coming out. Looked like that's going to be it for Perez with Trumbo coming up. Joe Smith ready to go in the bullpen. He is coming into the game. 2 outs here in the 8th. A pitching change. Halos down by a run, but have a man in scoring position. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Angels game live or on demand on your computer, your favorite devices. MLB.tv Premium lets you enjoy HD quality home and away coverage, multi-game view, and the ability to pause and rewind live games. Visit Angels.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Joe Smith, the sinker baller, comes into this one with 2 outs. Howie Kendrick representing the tying run at second base, and he'll be facing Mark Trumbo.
Has that sweeping slider to go along with his fastball down and in. I imagine he's going to try to go slider away. Sinker on the outer half too. Trumbo's going to have to try to hit the ball to right center field. Unless he makes a mistake in.
He pitched in Friday night's game, went 1 inning and struck out a man. Outside, first pitch with 1 ball, no strikes. Mark 1 for 3. A strikeout in the 3rd, a base hit in the 5th, and he popped up in the 6th inning. Howie taking a big lead at second base. Cabrera trying to keep him close. Time is called as Trumbo backs out.
So amazing how shallow Kearns is playing in left field with the power that Trumbo has.
Everett's deep at third base. Cabrera, Asdrubal Cabrera, playing toward the hole at short. Really a long time picking up a side here. And the game plan hasn't changed after 1 pitch.
The only thing you think of, and I would be willing to say no chance of that being the case, but worrying about Howie reading the signs there at second, but there's no way he's even trying to do that. He's trying to get himself into a good position, a secondary lead, to be able to score on a base hit into the outfield, in particular if the ball's hit hard into the right field, to get that good jump to challenge Chu.
The 1-0. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes, staying away from Trumbo.
It's like we thought, fastballs away, sliders away.
Mentioned that big hole on the right side. Laporte is way off the line, and Orlando Cabrera shading him toward the middle. There's a good look at Orlando. Sinker is in there, and it's 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Bouncer back toward the middle, over the mound. Tough play for Cabrera. Trumbo with an infield base hit. It keeps the inning alive.
That's a third infield hit of the series for Trumbo against the Cleveland Indians. Off the end of the bat, once it got by the pitcher, no chance to be able to throw him out.
Second hit of the game for Trumbo. The Halos with runners at first and third. 2 outs now for Borges. Borges with a base hit back in the third inning. He has flied to center and drawn a walk. That came in the 7th. The only walk that Fausto Carmona allowed in this game. Chopper off the plate. Going to be a tough play for Smith. Borges getting down the line. This game is tied.
Well, there's a new meaning that we're a little ball to tie this game up. Infield hit and then a chopper off the plate. Boy, and the right guy coming up here now, and Eric Ibar has been swinging the bat very well. Well, when you're a sinker ball guy, you're going to see a lot of those baseballs hit off the plate. No chance at all.
Borges picking up his 10th run batted in, hustling the whole time. Now you've got Trumbo at second and Borges at first. Ibar at the play with 2 outs. Eric 1 for 4, had a base hit in the third. Outside with that fastball, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. That run gets charged to Rafael Perez, so he gives up his first earned run this season. A double by Howie Kendrick. Eventually coming around to score. A couple of infield singles by Trumbo and Borges. 1-0 pitch. High ball pops it up towards left field. Going back is Kern. Still going back, and that's going to fall down. 1 hops off the fence. 2 runs are in. Ibar at second, and the Angels back on top 6-4.
Well, we talked about how Austin Kearns plays such a shallow left field, particularly in a day game here at the Big A, and to carry the right guy up. We mentioned Eric Ibar has been so clutch this season, swinging the bat. Well, Halo fans digging that swing. Boy, sinker that stayed up. Boy, no chance.
Ibar with his 7th double of the year, now with 9 runs batted in. A 3-run 8th inning. Torrey, for his first plate appearance of the game, takes ball 1. Defensive replacement in the 8th inning for Bobby Abreu. So Torrey batting in the 2 spot. Overall hitting .241, 4 home runs, 15 runs batted in. 1-0. Down low, 2 balls and no strikes. The 2 little guys going the opposite way with big doubles in this game. Alberto Callasco had a big one in the 6th inning, and Ibar coming up with a big one here in the 8th. Slider, big swing and a miss. 2-1.
Boy, at nighttime, they might be routine outs. Hit well, but the ball doesn't carry quite as well at night as it does in the day here. It's always been a hitter's yard, especially in day games here at the Big A.
2-1, chopper toward third. Everett comes charging in, has it off balance throw, and Torrey's retired for the 3rd out. But damage done. Angels scored 3 times on 4 hits, leave a man on. We head to the 9th. Waldo coming in with the Angels up 6-4. The Angels up 6-4 in the bottom of the 8th inning. And here in the 9th, Jordan Walden comes in to try to lock it down. He'll be facing 9-1-2 Everett, Sizemore, and Cabrera.
With that great fastball, 97 to 99 range. I saw him touch 100 miles an hour at Fenway Park. Changeup, slider's been very good.
Walden looking for his 6th save of the year. 15 in the 3rd innings, 10 hits allowed, 13 punch outs, 7 walks. Jordan pitched in Friday night's game, went 1 inning. All zeros. Adam Everett 1 for 3, had a base hit in the 7th. The fastball is outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Can't take anything for granted with these Cleveland Indians. They are a pesky bunch. And a knack for coming back as that pitch is in there. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. You could say
they're not swinging a lot of pitches out of the strike zone.
They're not. And you could say that, well, the Angels got 3 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning on cheap infield base hits. 1-1 pitch is outside, 2 balls and a strike. The same could be said about the 2 runs that Cleveland scored off Fernando Rondi in the top of the 8th inning. 3 of the hits, 2 of which stayed in the infield. Led to 2 runs. Everett shoots one in the air toward right center field. Torrey's there, 1 out.
That's the bottom line. If you're a hitter, if you could put the ball in place, sometimes you get good results out of it. If you swing and miss and chase pitches out of the strike zone, well, then you have no chance of getting on base.
Top of the order, Grady Sizemore coming up. 2 for 4 game for him. A single, a home run, a strikeout, and a ground out. Swing and a miss on the first pitch fastball. Mike Scioscia 1 win away from career victory 1,000. Fantastic stretch that he has had.
Pretty good company. Think about the success he's had with 1 club and the only club he's managed.
He'll become the 23rd manager in Major League Baseball history with at least 1,000 victories with 1 team. The only other active manager in that category, Tony La Russa. Sizemore pulls one into the right field corner, and that is going to go for extra bases. Off the top of the wall, Torrey gets the baseball back in, and Sizemore stops at second. A 3-hit game for Sizemore. It's a 1-out double here in the 9th.
I'll tell you what, they've had a lot of success against Sizemore, the Angel pitchers, prior to today. I mean, 0 for 9 in this series, but he's a guy that's been hitting the ball so well for him since getting healthy.
Cabrera takes up and away for ball 1. There's a strike, 1-1.
Looks like it's changeup. He's getting more and more comfortable with that one.
Joe's bunt takes low, 2-1. As Asdrubal Cabrera 1 for 4, had a base hit to start off the 8th inning. That went off of Fernando Rodney and scored one of the 2 runs. Swings through that one. And when you get a defensive swing like that on a high fastball at 98, it's almost as if you've got to go back up there.
That's what Dan Herron struck him out with early. Remember that 89-mile-an-hour fastball, same location. You have to go right back up the ladder.
Two on its way. A little lazy base hit to left field. That'll score a run. Cabrera heading to second. And he is going to make it with an RBI double. 6-5 now. Angels still on top. Back-to-back doubles with one out here in the ninth.
Well, went with a fastball away and down. Well, when you see a hitter swinging a pitch like that, and you remember that from a prior at bat, you got to try to go to that exact same spot. A hitter that's not showing enough patience, not swinging at that pitch.
Mike Butcher out to pay a visit now with Shin-Soo Choo coming to the plate. This is what Cleveland has done through their first 32 games, now 33 games this year. They have been relentless. Team that came in batting .265 overall, third best in the American League. They have 11 hits in this ball game.
And you can see the approach that John Nunley, their hitting coach, has. This, whatever the pitch is thrown, just go with it. Don't try to do too much. You've been successful. They just keep coming at you.
Fastball way outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Carlos Santana on deck. No more Travis Hafner if you get that far. Michael Brantley pinch ran for him in the 8th inning. Here's the 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Two and one. Choo just wasn't swinging just to make contact. Taking his shot at it. He's got 4 home runs on the year. He's only hit in this game a base hit in the 3rd inning.
Well, Walden threw him a 2-0 changeup.
Blows that fastball by him. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. Check swing. He went around. 2 outs. Conger applies the tag.
In that spot there, Choo's wondering why Paul Nauer didn't ask for help down to 3rd, but he's the home plate umpire. He has the option of ringing you up. And there's no doubt he did swing, at least from that angle.
See, Nauert
right there.
Nauert was pointing it to him immediately. There are 2 outs now with Cabrera still at second base. Here's Carlos Santana. Breaking ball in the dirt. Nice job by Conger smothering that pitch. 1 ball, no strikes.
He shifted his body very well just to make sure that ball didn't get away.
Santana 1 for 3. Drew a walk, scored a run in the 2nd. Singled and scored a run in the 8th. One-0. Swing and a miss. Got the fastball there. Challenged him. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Asdrubal Cabrera at second base had an RBI double. Outside, 2-1. Missed with the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count now at 100 miles an hour.
Well, you think the adrenaline's going there for Walden, trying to seal this victory, career victory number 1,000 for Mike Scioscia.
Payoff pitch. Santana fouls it back. There's Brantley, who's on deck batting at what would be Hafner's spot in the order, but pinch ran for him. Another 3-2. Got him swinging. Light that baby up. The Angels pick up the victory and the series. A 6-5 final. Jordan Walden picks up the save. Fernando Rodney the win. And congratulations to Mike Scioscia. Career win number 1,000 as the skipper. Once again, the final 6-5 for Mark Gumza and our entire crew. I'm Victor Rojas. We thank you for watching. Stick around. Mike Scioscia's coming up next on Angels Live.